All right, check, baby. I'm trying to get wet, man. That's one thing. You know, I'm trying to get wet. I notice in the summer, I'm trying to get wet. And that was always a key deal for me as a child, you know. We had a fella that lived down the street from us, a little fella named Boogie. You know, and he was mixed, man. A little black, white. I mean, his daddy was white, and they pretended his daddy knocked up the woman that swept out the school bus. His daddy was our bus driver, Big Milford, and he didn't know a lot of the letters of the alphabet, and sometimes you'd surprise him. You'd show him on a thing, you know, QRST, and he just couldn't stand. He would kind of shut down. He just couldn't handle it. You know, he'd never been educationally succumbed to the truth. And anyway, but he drove the school bus, and he eventually got laid off for driving shirtless and driving under the influence of alcohol and running the bus and hitting stuff with the bus, trees and other stuff that you just can't do if you have children on board, you know. And anyway, but so what happened? He knocked up a lady that swept out the school bus. And this was a black woman, and he knocked her up, and so they had a child, but they pretended that the child was with him and his regular white wife. So it was just, you know, it was just a real Ferris wheel of sex and secrets and school bussery type shit. You know, praise God, baby. Let's get into it. This is Matthew Koziol, Runs in the Family.
It's out of my hands and in my blood. It's red in a ledger and I can't pay up. Blessed by the wicked, washed in the mud. Can't save my soul, so let the valley flood.
Let's go.
It's just a matter of time. There ain't no stopping the setting sun.
Come on.
Can't watch the sin from the hands that made me. Can't outrun what runs in the family. Runs in the family.
There you go. Right there. That's Matthew Koziol, Runs in the Family. And we out here, baby. I'm out here like a damn, like a dolphin in a damn, at a gay spa, baby. We out here. You know, and I want to say shout out to everybody that's gay and that's being, you know, or, you know, considering being gay, man. You guys are doing great. And, you know, and I will comment as well. One time, and I may have shared this, one of the more kind of homoerotic type of atmospheres I've ever seen. I saw a group of gay men throwing a Frisbee together in a hot tub, and they were so close together they couldn't even. You couldn't. I mean, there wasn't. Two of the guys was too close together to even throw it. They had to. He basically had to like put his arm straight and then hand it to the guy basically. So it was like, and I don't know honestly what that was about or what I'm really saying there, but I love Hampton Inn, man. God, I love Hampton Inn, man. I love they redid them about, I want to say 12 years ago. And they put these kind of black and white pictures on the inside of the elevator doors that are kind of welcoming. And there's like a child on a swing or something. And, there's a little baby eating a damn egg or something. And it just makes you feel good. And, Hampton Inn, they have a concierge breakfast downstairs. And concierge breakfast is basically, I think it was, I don't know when it started, but the whole thing started with, during war times, somebody had to get up and make the breakfast of the colonel. And they would make it quick. It would be just kind of, so he could dine and then dash and hit the field. And that was concierge breakfast. But I don't know what war. It could have been a lot of wars. I'm sure it wasn't one war. And I don't know why Hampton Inn took on a damn war why they adapted some of their feeding styles from war seems really kind of next level to me. But God does what he does. And what else, man? I don't even know what I'm talking about exactly. I had some family come in town this weekend. We had a nice time. I went skeet shooting. I'm out here in the Central East, and there's a lot of people shoot stuff around here. And it's not usually other people. In big cities, people like to shoot kind of other people. And in more rural areas, they like to shoot stuff. And so out here, we went to some skeet shooting. And it was fun, man. I'd never done it. They loaded up a shotgun. I'm out there. We went out to Kid Rock's house, actually. And he lives in a beautiful trailer, really. It's a trailer like you see the style they got, It's nice, though. They have I think they have 2 couches in it. But off the back, they have this little man-made kind of lake. And he had a skeet firer right off the back. And so we're out there, man, and people showed me how to shoot skeet, and next thing you know, I'm out there just Elmer Fudding on them mitches. And I'm upstairs, baby. If you want to know where I'm at on the winner's bracket, I'm upstairs. Okay? I'm upstairs. But that was enjoyable. What else? I got some dang azaleas. And it's interesting as a man. Something's going on with you as a man when you buy a few azaleas, I'm noticing. And I don't know what's happening. It's, I bought 14 of them, and, there's space. I have a yard, and so there's got to be something in it. You can't just have a damn stale yard and there's nothing out there. And I've thought about getting 2 goats, but they don't, some of the websites I'm reading about goats says they're really loud. So I don't know if I want to deal with the noise complaints and having cops come back there. And then they see, it's me. And I'm just living by myself, and I have 14 azaleas and 2 goats. I mean, damn. I just don't know if that's kind of the kind of stuff that I want. But But yeah, that was good, man. So that's what happened this week. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. Not much, man. I'm just growing up, I've been realizing that I'm growing up, and honestly, sometimes, man, I'm growing a little bit lonesome. I grow a little bit lonesome. It's like I'm at home sometimes and there's nobody there, and I'm not complaining. I'm not, oh, woe is me, like I'm just thinking about it. And it's titty time of year. You know that. This is when the calendar breaks out them boingos, baby. Them front bags, you know what I'm saying? Them frickin' sternum Werthers, baby. You know what I'm saying? Them big caramels. Them nippled huskies, you feel me? Tit time, baby. This is tit time because it's summer. So this is when it's a good time to get out there and meet somebody. So we'll see. Because, I start thinking about that next chapter of my life and what it would be like. And get me a little offspring and get me a damn, get a little bird or something, or get a damn, get me a couple living items. So when I come home, something yells or barks or shits or something. I started thinking about it. Because one thing I realize is the pattern that I'm in, it just gets old after a while. It's not bad, but it just kind of, you start looking, you wonder what else. Is there something else? And it's not to be found, I don't think, in like worldly things, like in a vacation or buy you some speakers for the car, get you a couple 22s or something. It's not the kind of thing that's you can solve by getting 14 azaleas. And I think it's figuring out how to be in a relationship and get into some real love where I can, get a little baby out of somebody, out of some woman's body, and be like that. Because it also starts getting weird when, like, all your friends have children that are they're getting like older, and it's like it gets you're like, who's that? There, you just don't. At a certain point, there's nobody left. There's there's not as many people to even call or do as much with in some ways, because everybody's moved on or adapted into different realms of life. So, I think I've been thinking about that some. And then I started thinking about what it's going to take for me to get to a place like that, to be able to be, in a serious relationship where I'm going to stay in it and be honest and, not be, running around or trying to play close Frisbee with some strange woman at a Hampton Inn. You know what I'm saying? Because close Frisbee is obviously a gateway drug, I feel like, possibly to homosexuality. Praise God, man. And shout out to everybody that's gay. I think Gay Pride is coming up, actually. I saw a woman yesterday. She had a haircut, and she said something about Gay Pride. She said, so, yeah, July looks like. Well, hell, I don't know. March, I don't know. But that's something that's going on. Something else that's going on, I'm drinking Liquid Death, and it's a good drink. People think it's a beer. You see a child drinking it outside of a damn 7-Eleven, and you see the cops pull up and tase him, and then they go over and it's just water. Tough kid, thank God. I want to tell you this. I got tour dates, and I'm getting excited. I'm working on some new materials, so this is gonna be a joy, man. It's gonna be starting in St. Louis, Friday, September 17th. That show's sold out, and we've added one on the 17th. Then we go to Cincinnati on the 18th. And that looks like it's sold out. We may be adding another one there. We have Charlotte, then Durham. And we added a new show in Durham, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Tennessee, Wilmington, Delaware, Wilkes-Barre, PA, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm grateful to be coming back there. And that one's sold out, so we added a new one. Charleston, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Baltimore, Black Maine, they call it. Albany, sold out. We added one. Buffalo and Columbus, Ohio, that's sold out. And we have added one. If it doesn't show added, it'll show it this week. So thank you guys for the support. It's interesting. I even just look at the Chattanooga date, and I remember the night after I have a comedy special that's out there on Netflix, and after I had done the comedy special, my first shows were in Chattanooga. And so I'm excited. I'm thinking this is it. We did it. I'm on Netflix, and we did it. And we made it. And I get to the venue, and I want to say I'd gotten in a night before. I don't remember. But I get over to the venue that day. And I got in the night before because I went to radio in the morning. And I got over to the venue, and there was probably 7 people there. And I was like, damn. It just, the comedy special, it just didn't move the needle. They didn't put it in a circulation on the site. And, there was some doxers, people that came out, that kind of stuff, but online. But it just didn't do it. And so, man, that was a tough weekend. And also the stage was really high from the audience. So the audience, it was like 10 feet down off the stage. And it was almost, I felt like they were trapped. Like I was telling jokes to people that were waiting for fire and rescue. It was like, and then, I'm upstairs. And I literally was upstairs. I mean, I was like way high up compared to these people. At one point, I wanted to throw a rope down. I just felt very obtuse, what was going on there. And so anyway, I'm excited about all those dates. TheoVon.com/tour. You can get tickets because now we're playing at a theater, and I think we already have sold it out, maybe almost, in Chattanooga. And so, I mean, it's just a blessing. It's 1,000 or something people, or 50. I don't even know what it is, but it's, man. And that's the power of this podcast, man. And I want to thank you guys so much, for giving me the opportunity. And I promise I'm going to bring the best stuff that I can to you, and we're going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 fellas in a damn Hampton. It's like 4 Frisbee fellas in a Hampton Inns spa, baby. 4 Frisbee fellas in a Hampton Inn hot tub. Let's go. And then one of the guys said to the other, he's like, you guys go on that side. And I was like, there's no sides, bro. There's no sides in a Hampton Inn hot tub, Cat Daddy. Praise God, man. And we've all, I'm trying to think of everybody. I wonder when the first time you ever met someone who was gay, or if you realize, maybe if you could have been that person. When I was young, there was a lot of rumored gay men. They didn't have gay women when I was young, I don't think. But they had gay men, and there was one fella, and he had, I don't know if he'd been hit by a bus. I don't know what happened to him. Something happened to him. He was born without a heart or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. He had autism or something. And his mom, he was probably 40 when I met him. And he would ride one of those bicycles that had the child seat on the back, that baby seat. That little scoop and score, baby, that little, looked like part of a bucket on the back, and that's where the baby would sit. And that man would drive around town on that bike all the time. And somebody said that the baby seat was he had a husband. They used to sit back there and like a little husband. Because it was a woman's bike. Remember, moms used to have this bike where now the kid's in like this little thing and it's got like these roll bars and like, now the kid, whatever. The kid don't have a chance of getting hurt. But when I was young, you sat in the back behind mom, you were in the bike, you were downstairs, you know what I'm saying? You was downstairs, man. You was behind mom, just bouncing back there, birds shitting on you, Didn't even matter. You could be back there smoking. Mom had no idea. It was impossible for mom to even see you. So you were just back there, And so he was on the front of the woman's bike, and the back was a baby seat. And it had, and people said that the man had a little husband that had left him. And so as a child, that was just, the rumor in our town that this dude, or this gentleman really, or, this guy, he'd had a little husband that left him. And it broke his heart or something. And so, but really later on, I realized the man was mentally ill. And that he'd been born, I want to say he was born that way. Also, he could have been hit by a vehicle, but it was either nature or nurture, and God bless him. But the rumor was that the man was a gay man when I was young. And so it's just interesting how you first hear about gay men or see a first gay man or get an idea about it. It's just really fascinating how that comes into people's lives that aren't gay. I'm sure, well, even if you are gay, I'm sure you still have a certain moment where it's like, oh, this is something that's going on. So, but anyway, what else do we have, man? I want to thank you guys. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for this tour. Some places already selling and I'm excited about it. And I'm going to grasp onto a name soon. We had a couple of names that came in. And I want to listen to a few more that came in from somebody. And thank you in advance. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Theo? Or Nick. Probably Nick listening to this. But I know I've called several times. My name's Chris, man. I live in Houston from Baton Rouge. But I just wanted to say that I think it'd be a really cool name for your special to call it Let's Be Honest. Because I know you drop that a lot on your pod, and you usually make some pretty awesome points after you say that.
Well, thanks, Chris, man. I appreciate that. That's a nice one, man. Let's be honest, man. Because you try to be. You try to be honest. The battle to be honest. It's easy, but, man, there's some tempting little tributaries skirting off the river of truth, isn't there? Man. There's some lascivious, licorice, liquid alleyways just leaking off that river of truth, man. Let's be honest. I like that one, man. I really like that one. And let's take one more that came in, one more suggestion.
What up, Theo? I just listened to the most recent episode and I heard some of the suggestions for your tour name. I was thinking, bro, why not the Get That Hitter tour? Get that hitter, get that sitter. Come on out. Come to the show.
Oh, gang, get that hitter, get that sitter. Now, that's a real little vibe right there. That's a real tempting deal, what you're saying, bud. That's called a tempting deal when somebody says something and you feel tempted by it. That's a tempting deal. And if you and I were in a hot tub, I'd throw you to Frisbee on that one, both of you guys. I thought about the Be Good tour yourself, but that's kind of too much of a play on words. I've been thinking about it. I've also been waiting for when I'm on stage for something to strike me. But I like Let's Be Honest. I like Get That Hitter. And I appreciate him, man. Appreciate you guys caring enough to even submit them, man. I appreciate that. You know, a lot of beautiful stuff came in for this episode. We'll get into some of it. And I'm going to play. This is a video question that came in first from someone. Here we go.
Derek from Battleground, Washington.
What's up, Derek from Battleground? I never been up there. Washington is interesting because you're over by the coast. You get Seattle. You get Tacoma. And then after that, it's anybody's ball game. You know, it's basically like, I mean, it's a lot of people making homemade furniture out of hemp and watching animals mate. If you go east of there, and both of those are, you know, legitimate practices. So praise, brother, onward.
I'll say I love your podcast. Love what you're doing over there. And I had a quick question for you. Some of my family members doing this thing where they take saunas together. It's usually all grown men. They all have wives. They take them nude saunas, and you know, I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but I just want to get your thoughts on it. If you'd ever do it, or ever heard of it, or thought of doing it, you know. But yeah, anyways, gang,
brother, and you know, I'm sorry your family's going through that, and that you're having to, you know, call for, you know, help about that. And thank you. You know, going to saunas and doing steams. It's just so ironic this call came in because of what I was talking about earlier at that Hampton Inn. And that's one time, some ways, gay men are less inhibited. They're almost really the Native Americans of our time in some ways. And no offense if anybody's Native American, you guys are the original Native Americans. But then it goes really almost to aggressive gay men. Because, with sunburn. Because they will do a lot of male stuff that's kind of bonding. And a long time ago, if you look on a lot of hieroglyphs, you know, or, you know, if you look in, you know, history books, a lot of Native Americans would do saunas. They would do steam huts and get in there and smoke they would just be high as fuck and as many rocks as you can get in there. And people's just, just feeling that warm geology, just cook them to the bone. Shout out Bryce Mitchell. And and they would do that together. And they would encourage each other. You know, Ronnie or Kunta or you know, wiffle ball or, you know, sitting river, the different, you know, and I'm pulling from all different walks of life here, but everybody would encourage each other to stay in there and bear the heat and bear the pain. And then they would leave, you know, but they'd have gone through something together. And there's some real strong value in that. There's some metamorphosis in a way that I don't know if we get anymore. Our souls these days, sometimes I feel like our soul is just out of the ocean and it's got stuck on the beach. Especially here in America, you know. And I'm obviously, you know, I'm talking as a white or semi-white from a first world country. But, and I don't, you know, and maybe some of this is just more later in my life as I've come into more opportunity and a little more wealth later recently. And, but yeah, I don't know. There's about being in the ocean, about being in the storm, just being weathered and going through things, you know? And then, because it does something to your soul. You know, I really feel like it does, you know, time, when you take your soul and add time, and you add, you just add you need a weather report. You can't just have it just be the beach. We're not challenging we don't have that internal challenge. We don't have that struggle that's on us. We don't have that turmoil that makes us into treasure or shows us what there's less revealed to our spirit when we're in comfort. And but yeah, I mean, it's a little weird if your family's getting together in an empty above ground pool and just having sandwiches and shit, and drinking cold water. I mean, that's probably, some of that stuff, honestly, Derek, could be drug induced. And I grew up around a lot of that over there, and over McGee Street over in Covington, Louisiana, they had about 7 houses down from us. They had a above ground pool, and men would meet up in over there at night or in the daytime when it was cool out, and put some chairs in it and stuff, and they would do drugs and drink cold water and shit like that. And it was almost, I'm not going to say that they got into homosexuality, but they considered it, I'm sure, and probably got into it. So it's, it's just that kind of, it's hit or miss out there with some of these saunas, but there's a lot of gay men, or they spend a lot of male bonding time doing stuff like saunas, ice baths, and things like that, where it used to be a lot more tribal, where you would show your body, And one time, a buddy of mine, and he was a nice, cool guy and an urban gentleman, and he had that hawk on him, baby. He had that body lumber, baby, that wiener. And he walked in front of a group of our friends naked to go into the showers. And I was still like over by like the kind of the locker area and stuff like that. And so I was like, dang, well, I can't walk in like all clothed and then take my clothes off in the shower. I'm going to be such a wimp. So I'm like, I got to get naked here and then walk in front of all the guys to get over there, and just be cool about it and be casual. But my penis was definitely doing that Punxsutawney Phil. This thing had seen its shadow. This thing, I don't know what it was doing. It was almost like it had, it seemed like I didn't even have a penis. And so I'm literally trying to get my penis at least enough so when I walk by the guys, they don't look and see I don't have any penis. That's not, you can't do that around your buddies at like an incremental age. This was socially incremental. And you can't do that. I needed to stay on the staircase moving upward socially. I needed to get upstairs. And so I literally was just, I remember I had a wallet. I was kind of trying to whip my wiener against the side of my wall. I was doing anything to get my body to really enjoy some blood flow. And finally, man, I don't know, I probably got down 9 thimbles of blood into my wiener, and I just said, this is the best I'm going to do. And so I had to then I scooted in front of people, and I moved pretty fast. And I even think I walked sideways so they would just see my derriere, baby, that French ass. But thank you, Derek, for sharing that. And, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. One is that it could be, it could be a slippery slope for drug use, or it could be, you guys getting real primal. And next thing you guys are doing is burning each other with coals and doing tattoos on each other and out there Wim Hofing up near each other's ass cheeks. Baby, praise God, brother. And I love you. All right, man. Oh, I want to tell you about this, and you know it, and you should know it, man. that today's episode is brought to you by none other than ShipStation. You know, a lot of businesses, they make stuff and they don't know how to get rid of it. Some of you'll drive past a business, a man will be out there with a bunch of slinkies or something. Just his hand in the air. And that man's not doing well because he doesn't know about ShipStation. If you started your own online store, you're doing what you love. You're selling products that people want. And orders are coming in. Now that's the hard part. Shipping the products out. Luckily, ShipStation makes that easy. With ShipStation, it's simple to import, manage, and ship your orders out fast for a lot less money. There's a lot of high dollar places you could go ship it. You know, what's the one where it costs damn $60 to send somebody $40? Western Unions. Them assholes. ShipStation is the #1 shipping software. Import orders from any sales channel, ship with any carrier, and automate just about any shipping task. No matter if you're selling on Amazon, Etsy, or your own website, ShipStation funnels all your orders into one simple interface you can access from your computer or your cell phone. You even get access to amazing discounts with major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, and UPS. Yep. Just use our offer code, Theo, to get a 60-day free trial. Yep, that's 2 months of free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in THEO. That's ShipStation.com. Enter offer code Theo. Make ship happen. You know, some mattresses, you get them and they don't do it for you. Every now and then you'll see a mattress pulled out to the curb, some little orphan. Some little damn rectangle rest orphan out there. But what can help is getting you a mattress that contours to your body, that holds you. If you don't have a woman or somebody to love to hold you at night, Helix can help. If you can't sleep because of politics, pandemics, or any other drama that's going on out there. So maybe somebody threw a Frisbee too fast at you at a damn Hampton Inn bathhouse. Sleeping on a terrible mattress. Not anymore. You got to upgrade to Helix. Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to your perfect mattress. Why would you buy a mattress made for someone else? That's a great point. You ever go get in your fat daddy's bed and you can't even get out of it? Remember that? You remember when you was young, you'd go over to some fella's house and he had a fat daddy. And no offense, anybody, and you'd get in their bed, you couldn't even damn get out of it. Because the thing just cave in the middle. The sides of the mattress hitting you in the head. You don't even know where you are. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that. So you have several different mattress models to choose from. Soft, medium, and firm. Great for cooling you down if you sleep hot. You know, I had a fella, I used to work on a farm, and he used to, after it rained, he would take his shirt off and lay on the cement. Like a reptile, baby. Take the Helix quiz, figure it out, and know. Take the Helix quiz, and they'll tell you what you like, what fits with your style, and then they can deliver it to you. Go to helixsleep.com/Theo. That's HelixSleep.com/THEO. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. They're offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Theo. That's helixsleep.com/Theo for up to $200 off and 2 free pillows. And hey, nothing will help you get a woman or a man over there if you love men than an extra pillow. That's a good pickup line. Hey, you know, I got an extra pillow. So there you go. Oh, man. What else? The world's things are getting back to busy. You know, it's interesting. I'm curious how the next year is going to be. You know, I feel like a lot of the fabric of our society really kind of has been really denigrated over time, over the pandemic. You know, it used to be that, you know, you had the week and it meant something, in the month and the holidays, and, you know. But now I feel like time, you know, it's all, time doesn't mean as much. It's all confusing still. There's still all this. It feels like a Rubik's Cube out there. You know, and you also, I've talked about it before, but they had a lot of, like, you know, you had a lot of political and social commentary and disruption and unrest and adjustment. And you had a lot of history that some people said shouldn't be history, and that, you know, that kind of stuff affects places and people and communities. And something you once prided or thought was a part of your youth or your childhood or memories, and now when people say it doesn't mean anything, or that's not realistic, or that doesn't fit with what I think, or they think, or you think, or whatever, you know, whoever thinks, then it adjusts, I don't know, it just adjusts some of the tapestry. So I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued, and I'm hopeful, though. That's all we can be, is hopeful, man, and that's where I'm going to stay. And that is the fight that I'm in, I notice, for myself, is to stay hopeful. You know, because I get angry pretty easy. So just trying to say some of that out loud. But anyway, not to get into downerness, here's an upper. We got this video came in right here. Let's see it.
Hey, Theo Vaughn. What's up, gang gang? You asked for a couple wins, and well, we just got married, so there's a win.
Ooh.
This is Sarah, my wonderful wife, and I'm Austin. We live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, so hey, when you come in October, I'm gonna try to see you. Honestly,
well, you should bring Sarah, man. This is your wife.
she's not really much of a fan. And she married me, so obviously she has bad taste. But hey.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Austin and Sarah, that's his wife. And they might be on, I don't know if they're Amish, but they look like out kind of woodworker types, you know, beautiful. And congratulations, man. That is a good win, baby. Feeling that love and making that choice. And you got to base them eggs, Daddy. You got to get out there and get that nuptial rocking. You know, you need to play some close Frisbee. You feel me? Get up at that Hampton Inn with your lady and play that close Frisbee with them ovules, baby. And get that little bambino, son. Praise God, dude. Shout out everybody. Congratulations, Austin. That is a win. We had some other wins that got sent in, man, and this is a good time to get into some of them. These things make me feel exciting, and we got to celebrate these things. You know, and we have to do it for ourselves, man. I need to celebrate. You know, I need to celebrate and be, you know, grateful and excited, man. You know? Because that's what life is, just these little things. You know, it's the little things where you feel like you gain some ground, where you put a stake in the ground for yourself. So I'm happy to be reminded of that. Let's hear a couple wins that came in right here, man.
What's up, Theo? This is Jarrett from the great state of Texas.
What's up, Big Jarrett? And Jarrett has always been an interesting name, if it ends in a T, Jarrett. Because Jared, you know, you understand that that's going to be a name when you're growing up, and then they hit you with Jarrett, and that's, it just doesn't land as well sometimes. But God bless you, brother, and I'm happy you're alive.
And last podcast, you wanted people to call in who are winning, who are getting some dubs. I just want to let you know, after, I've taken a lot of L's in my days, and I'm still pretty young, but just want to let everybody know, I hope you're winning. And my win recently, it's actually this weekend, I'm finally graduating after 6 years from the great school called Tarleton State University with my mechanical engineering degree.
There you go, baby. Tarleton. And that fella graduated from Tarleton, and I'm sure they probably have a Quidditch team over there at Tarleton. And I it's congratulations, man. I'm glad that you're graduating. I do believe that Tarleton is misspelled. And I don't know if it's supposed to be something else, if it's supposed to be Carlton or Charleston or something else, something. But Tarleton isn't anything, but that doesn't matter. You went there and you beat them, baby. You freaking beat that Bowser, dog. And that's what happens, and that's what happened to you. So praise, baby. Congratulations, man. Let's hear more.
What up, Theo? My name's Sam. I was listening to the episode about wins, and I just graduated college, so I'm winning right now. I'm high on life, and I'm just so excited to be alive. I love what you do, love listening to you. And you just said Colin was a win, and I feel like a winner right now.
You are one, Sam. Congratulations. And it is graduation time. You are one, Sam. You sound like a winner too, and you sound good, and I'm glad you're doing well. I remember, dude, graduating is so wild. Because you're about to go out into the, graduating is that the whole life you've been petting the dog, and finally you see, graduating is that moment when you finally look around that back leg and you see that dog's ass or that junk, that body junk, that back jaw, baby. You see what that dog, you see, or the, wiener, whatever's back there. And it's just a revealing time because you're like, well, now what do I do? Remember that moment? Take these glasses off. Remember that moment in college, man, when you got done with college and you were like, well, now what? There's no more home, or there's no more class, there's no more. And now it's just if you're still living in the college town, it's just like you got to make decisions. Where do I go? What do I do? That was always wild, man. Let's hear a couple more that came in. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. What's up, man? This is Josh. Originally from Houma, Louisiana.
What's up, Josh, out there in Houma? And Houma, that's a good place to, dude, you'll wake up and find a damn pearl under your tongue, man. That's real. That's seafood capital. Houma, that's a seafood belt, son. You might have to devein your cousin over there. That's the real seafood belt. Onward.
Living in Lafayette, man, down here, down in the boot, the gutter south, like we like to call it. A couple weeks ago, man, you asked about putting some wins on the board. Just recently found out that I have degenerative disc disease. I'm 34 years young, and it's only going to get worse. Few of my discs and my sacral spine never fully developed, so my L spine's being a little bitch.
Oh, gang, man, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, the spine is the real, it's that real information superhighway, baby. That's a space bar. And it's a real hotbed of information and capability. And I've had part of my disc taken out, L5S1, dude. I don't know where they took it. And I don't even have the paperwork still to know the man that did it. But anyway, man, I feel for you, baby, to have that stem issue. To really, because you want to stay in the forest, Daddy, you know, because you get too stemmed up or stemmed out, you'll be a damn potted plant, brother. But praise God, baby, plants grow plentiful down there in southern Louisiana. Let's hear more.
And got a couple herniated, couple bulging. But I found a win, man. I was doing hard labor for a long time in my life, oil field, retail. Thankfully, man, this architectural company gave me a shot, brother. So that way I'm able to still work and not have to be disabled or anything like that. So
Amen. Just
trying to stay with emotions and stay positive, man. So that's my win.
Gang, baby, I love that, man. And thank you for sharing that message with me. I needed to hear that. Yeah, man. If they architectural engineer, shit, they might build you a damn new spine, bruh. Do not put it past these people. You know, you might, you know what I'm saying? They could do it all. Who knows how capable they are? So I'd love to see you out there with that cedar backstrap, you know? Just see you out there with a damn cane pole centerpiece. That's what, you know, I could see you having that. So, and I love the fact that you're not just giving up, man. You're going to stay in the ring. You know, there's a lot to be said for that, man. And that is a win, baby. Gang. Thank you for sharing that, man. And I love you, bro. And yeah, if you could do that, man, we could do a lot. You know, we could do a lot, bro. And I don't mean you and me, bro. I'm not trying to, dude, I like women, but I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? It's inspirational, man. You know, it's inspirational, your attitude of not wanting to give up, not wanting to take the easy way. Because it's hard to do. It's hard to do, man. We got one more win came in. Let's get it.
Hey, Theo, this is Dan from Chicago. I just wanted to tell you and your listeners a great thing I had happen is that my son, I see him every weekend, and I always wonder if he's, you know, thinking about me or not. And his mother and I, we don't get along that well. But yeah, like last night, he called me from his mom's phone, and it absolutely was amazing, because I didn't know, like, yeah, I mean, he's only 6. I didn't know if when we're not together, if he's thinking about me or not. And he called me just to see what I was doing, and it was amazing. Like, it just rejuvenated me. But anyway, man, I wanted to see, like, if you're, you know, connected to your nieces and nephews, and you know, if they just call you to let you know they're thinking about you.
Well, thanks, Dan. That's a that's a great win right there, man. I can imagine that, and I just appreciate you sharing this moment, because yeah, you know, you don't think about that as I appreciate you sharing that, because yeah, you wonder, or I could imagine wondering, yeah, does my kid think about me? Like, you know, obviously you think about him. That's the child, and that's your job, and that's your instinct. But does he? Yeah, like, what is he? And then yeah, to have kind of like a little breakthrough moment where he's probably just getting a little bit more social in his world, and his world is growing a little bit. Learning how to use a phone, probably. And then, man, that he wants to call you and see how you're doing, man, that's cool. Man, that's awesome. You know, I'd give anything to call my dad and see how he's doing. You know, so that's powerful. I bet that was a really powerful moment, you know, because then now you're part of like a friendship. Now you're part of a team. You know, there's just so much in that, man. There's so much in people calling to check in on people, or when you feel like people don't care or not. And I'm not saying your son didn't care, but when you don't know if people care and they show you that they do. Man, that is so powerful. You know, I've had a couple moments like that in my life. One time I had an ex-girlfriend, beautiful young lady. And I think she may have been the prettiest girl in New Orleans, man. And I don't know what she ever liked about me, but I was pretty lucky to bother her for a couple years. And she, and not that I wasn't kind of a neat guy, but I also was not a good boyfriend. So that's why I'm saying that I'm not speaking down on myself. But anyway, she threw a surprise party for me one time, and I just didn't see it coming, you know. And for somebody like me who likes to, you know, have everything kind of be in control and know what's going to happen, so there's no surprises, so I don't get, you know, so I can manage everything. Man, that was awesome. That was a beautiful thing like that happened. And then on here a couple times I've had moments where people just, they let you know that that they care and it gets through. And you feel it, you know. But I can imagine that, man. Your son, you know, and in the back of your head, you're like, well, God, I take care of him. And of course, I love him, and he's my fan. But does he have any fucking, you know, is he ever just kind of sitting around his job? I don't know if he has a job or not, but, and, you know, and being like, oh, what are my pops up to? So that's cool, man. It's cool. And I think a long time ago, we used to see that people would care more because we were in like groups, we were in tribes or whatever, you know. And so you were in smaller units. You'd see your, you know, everybody was raising everybody. You were in like these kind of smaller groups. And so you constantly got affirmation that the people around you were supporting you. So, and thought of you as part of the group. And there was more connection. So that's a beautiful moment, man. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that, man. That's definitely a win. What else? We had some wild stuff that came in. And we got slap boxing at a Popeyes, which is really, I mean, Popeyes should easily go into some sort of a UFC, you know, or UCF, Ultimate Chicken Fighting. And it's just people straight up beating and giving birth out there in the bathroom stalls there. But we got a couple of good things that came in, man. I'm gonna rattle off these things to you as well today. I want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Super Speciosa and Kratom. Now, I work on a podcast called King and the Sting with Brendan and Chins, and they do Kratom. And they seem delightful, and they seem zealous, full of zeal. You know, Super Speciosa offers only one ingredient in their Kratom, and that's pure Kratom leaf. It helps boost energy, relieve stress, enhance mood, relieve aches and pains. That's right. If maybe you was in maybe a car accident, or, you know, somebody was really mean to you, Kratom could help. If you're trying to get into a really tight Halloween costume, you don't think you can get in there, maybe get you a couple nodules of Kratom first. 100% satisfaction or your money back. Kratom is also used as a pre-workout. Try Kratom and get 20% off your entire order. Go to getsuperleaf.com/Theo and use promo code Theo for 20% off your entire order. That's right. Go to getsuperleaf.com/Theo and use promo code Theo for 20% off your entire order. If you're feeling good, if you want that lift, that excitement, that enticement inside of you, if you want the world to dangle that carrot in front of you, that carrot is Kratom. It can keep you going, keep you motivated. If you have struggled with addiction, you may want to check with your sponsor first. And you may want to check with yourself first and make an educated guess as to if this is something that would affect your sobriety as well. But go to getsuperleaf.com/Theo, promo code Theo for 20% off your entire order. If Kratom is right for you, you make your choices. Breaking news, I got to tell you that, they're trimming, everybody's trimming their junk. and getting their body trimmed up and tightening that crotch and being, everybody wants that V-neck, that hair V-neck above their wiener. And who can help you do that is Manscaped. The scariest thing you can show to some woman is an unkempt penis and ass, baby. P and A. Sorry, butt and wiener. Manscaped engineering team has confirmed that they successfully created the Lawnmower 4.0. Okay. It's a 4.0 trimmer, which is now available for purchase in the USA and Canada. They sent me one. I haven't used it yet. I'm very excited. I recently trimmed myself up with the 2.0, so I can't even imagine what this new thing is going to be like. I mean, my penis is going to look damn 4 years old. The new trimmer was just released only moments ago. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/THEO. That's 20% off and free worldwide shipping by going to manscaped.com/Theo. You want to put that V-neck. If you don't go to the gym, at least shave hair muscle in your above your peen and your booty. You can do it. It has wireless charging. New wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help the battery length last longer. There's nothing worse when that thing starts and you're only halfway through trimming your jank, and it gets caught on 2 hairs, and you're like, I'm downstairs. 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Go to manscaped.com/Theo. All right, let's get into a couple more calls, man. We got a Jordan Peterson impression that came in. Here we go.
What the hell are you doing? That's not even a turn lane. And I don't see a turn signal. That's not going to work out well for you. And you can be damn sure of that.
That's not going to work out well for you. That's not good. Let's keep going with this guy.
It's like check your blind spot every now and again, maybe. How can you expect to know where you're going if you can't even be bothered to look in the rearview mirror at the past? That's just what I believe.
Oh, that's good, man. I got to listen to this part again.
See a turn signal. That's not going to work out well for you. You can be damn sure of that.
Oh, that's awesome, man. How can you? Let me try. How can you? Let me see how he does it.
What the hell are you doing? That's not even a turn lane.
What the hell are you doing? That's not even a turn lane. What the hell are you doing? That's not even a turn lane. What the hell are you? No, I'm missing something. What the hell are you doing? That's not even a turn lane. Let me try a different part.
And I don't see a turn signal. That's not going to work out well for you.
And I don't see a turn signal. That's not going to work out well for you. What the hell are you doing? And I don't see a turn signal. I'm not good at that. This guy's great at it, though. And that's a TikTok right there from that man, Mason Hunter, with that beautiful talk. Thank you. Nice to see that. Here's slapboxing at Popeyes.
Slapbox. Oh!
And that's just another fight. I mean, that is people fighting at Popeyes. And I wish that man, when I was young, Popeyes has always been a place where at least one black person is fighting someone. And I'm not trying to be racial there. It's just that's what it is. And it's not like, they should have fights out front. I mean, every year during Mardi Gras, we'd have to, somebody would get murdered at the Popeyes on St. Charles Avenue over by, kind of by where I-12 hits St. Charles. And RIP to all those people, probably 20, 30 people. But, it's just, at this point, Popeyes needs to just recognize and roll with the flow. So I would like to see that. All right, let's take another couple calls that came in. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. My name is Brandon. I'm out here in Oregon, that far west coast. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, Oregon, man. And Oregon is it's a good place for, they got a lot of tree sap up there. And a lot of people playing by the rules. And not playing by the rules. Let's hear more.
I was just listening to you talk about the struggles of ego and the sort of battles we have within ourselves. I was curious, how do you find yourself sort of do you ever find yourself getting sort of lost in the character of Theo? We all kind of walk around in these masks we call identity, and it's really easy to confuse that with our true selves. So I guess I was just kind of wondering, how do you yourself get back to that baseline of who you really are before ego and self-identity? I hope that makes sense. Much love. Gang, gang, brother. Gang,
Brandon. Thank you, man. That's a good question. How do we get through? Yeah. How do we get? I think I noticed that who I am evolves. That's one thing I notice. And sometimes, man, sometimes I feel like I was happier in a previous skin. Even just in the past few years of my life, I felt a lot more connected to myself a few years ago. And I don't know what happened. I mean, things that happened in my life where, my life got a little busier with work. I made a little bit more money. What else? I started to get more things, and so I think maybe stuff like that, or just more access, maybe expectations, and that's been tricky. It's been tough to monitor my ego. I never used to really think I had an ego, and then over the past few years, I've definitely feel more like I do, and it's ego is just, I hate it, man. I hate feeling like I'm better than somebody, because all it does is separate me. And now in some instances, you need your ego because it keeps you safe. It keeps you, if you can't swim, your ego might just say, hey, man, we can't swim. And that could keep you living. But I feel like, and the craziest thing is right when you start to kind of live within a certain comfortability of yourself, it kind of changes. And that's the weirdest thing about life. I find that when I'm getting a little close to myself, I run off. From myself. I mean, I'm the one looking for myself, and I'm the one hiding. And right when I kind of get a hold of myself, and right when I'm just close enough to myself to just hand myself that Frisbee in that Hampton Inn spa tub, I go underwater, or I disappear, or I evolve. It's just, I don't know, more and more I realize that this, whatever the body is and all of this is just some shell that we're living in. This is just some carrier for this spirit that's inside of us, which is this thing that's actually doing some evolving. I don't know. I know that doesn't answer a lot of question, but and do I ever get caught up in being the character myself? I used to feel like myself, and now I think the thing that's made me feel less like myself is work. it's kind of weird when your dreams become your business. Because I don't like business. I don't like it. It's sneaky, and I feel like it's selfish. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing business. I don't know if I'm strong enough to separate myself from the systems that we have that run this kind of like the world that we're in and stuff. I don't know if I'm strong enough to separate myself from them. But I used to feel a lot more like myself a few years ago. And I'm hoping that more of me comes back around. I felt more angry. I felt more agitated. Which is interesting because, you would think it would be the other way around. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I ever knew what was going to make me happy. And I just kind of expected that if I got, somewhat popular or achieved some success, that's actually a better word, is success. Or what I deemed as success. We all can create our own successes. I never really chose mine. I kind of just let the world say, oh, these things make you successful. Obtaining things or getting wealthier or getting popularity. I never really kind of wrote down what some of my own successes were, my goals and stuff. So I was just kind of achieving the status quo. And so I'm not shocked sometimes that I'm left with the status quo reality that those things don't really make you happy. And that there's a lot more to it than that. But I guess in some ways I'm also grateful that there's more to it because it still gives me somewhere to go to find some peace. And I'm not saying that I don't have peace. I'm just saying, I want to always feel good if I can. I know it's impossible, but I want to get close to that. Or always be kind of learning about myself. So I don't know if I'm answering some of this question or not, but I used to feel a lot closer to myself. This is the first time in my life that I've felt really separate from myself. So I think part of me is just trying to figure out what's making me feel that way. Which is one of the reasons I've been on somewhat of a search for that sort of thing. Sometimes I think I want to, I don't know. And then also you put a lot of yourself out there with podcasting and comedy and sharing, and then sometimes there's not that, it's not that there's not much left, but there's, I don't know. It's interesting, man. I remember going to China once and a woman didn't want me to take her picture. And she said, because it captured part of you. And that once that happened, you couldn't get that part of you back. And I wonder if one day we'll see that all this capturing of ourselves and of each other that we're doing, that it like de-erodes us or erodes us at some level that we don't know yet. I would bet there's some truth to that. Because the Chinese, man, they, good and well, dude, they'll make a damn soup out of anything, and so they know a lot of ingredients to the overall recipe, I bet. But thank you for the question, and let's get we got a single mom nomination that came in. This would be a sweet way to end out this episode, and I want to thank everybody for being a part of this podcast. Thank you to our Patreon. We have a very small Patreon, but they are mighty, and it allows us to do fun things like this. So here's the nomination that came in. Ooh, they got a horse in it.
Hey Theo, my name's Emily and I live in Richmond, Texas. This is my horse Annie. Isn't she cute? She's having her dinner. She's like, fuck off. Anyways, I'm doing the single mom submission. I'd like to nominate my sister Ashley. She lives in Vancouver, Canada. That's where I'm from originally. And she has 3 kids. She's a single mom. The dad kind of dropped the ball and he hasn't worked in like 5 years and doesn't really see them very often. So she does everything, takes care of them and takes them to their, sports and everything. And she works as a nurse with like old people with like dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff, which is not an easy job. So yeah, I think she's really deserving of it. So that would be awesome if you could call her and help her out. Anyways, I love your podcast. I listen to it every week and it makes me laugh. So you're the best, Theo. All right, gang, gang.
You know what? Thank you, Emily, so much for that. And we would love to reach out to Ashley and do something sweet for them. So let's see if we can't give her a buzz right now. Hey, Ashley.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. You must be my mystery phone call today.
I am. Is that you have a child with you? Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? No, my name's Theo. I work on a podcast. You have a sister that is a horse owner?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we just do a thing on our podcast where like listeners will submit. It's just for single moms, and people will submit a single mom or somebody that they really care about, and then we just kind of reach out, and we just wanted to send you $750 to go do something fun with the kiddos this summer.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah, your sister must really care about you.
Good.
Are you guys pretty close, you and your sister?
Well, we are, but she's afar. Oh, my son is there.
What's up, player?
We're pretty far apart, and we haven't seen each other for a while, obviously due to COVID. Yeah. But yes, we are close. Mm-hmm. We just aren't close in distance right now.
Oh, I see. Nice. Well,
yeah.
She has a nice horse. Did you see that horse that she has?
Yeah, it's Annie. That's Annie.
I rode it a long time ago.
Oh, your daughter rode it?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Y'all are lucky. I would like to ride on something like that, but...
Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from Louisiana, but I live right now in Los Angeles and Nashville, so
cool.
I'm kind of just trying to just be alive, really. But so where do you work at? You were a nurse, she said.
I am a nurse. I work in long-term care in a special care dementia unit.
No, dementia's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's good times.
What is something about dementia that we wouldn't even know about? Like, is there anything that's kind of interesting?
Well, from what I see, you honestly live in like a movie clip. That's how it's like you live in a movie clip that keeps going over and over and over again. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're stuck in that movie clip over and over. Like it could be a 5-minute movie clip, a minute movie clip, or a day. The next day is just relived all the same memories that they have. Wow. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. I hope mine is either Tommy Boy or I'm trying to think of what's that other movie? Oh, The Patriot. I like that. But oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, we just wanted to send you a nice gift just to do something fun with the kiddos. What do your kids like to do?
Well, hey, what 2 of you are here right now. Tell them what you like to do.
You know what you like.
Yeah, you know what you want. All right.
I want your package to come.
Well, no, like
What did he order?
We're still on a pretty tight lockdown up here in Canada, so we really haven't been able to do a whole lot in the last while. So like recently, we've just been doing lots of stuff at home, like art and even movie theaters aren't even open. Like,
that's crazy.
I know we can't do much right now.
Y'all should. Do y'all have any animals?
We do not have animals.
Can I get one though?
They want one, but we don't have one.
I think a bird would be good.
Mm.
Hey, I was saying that a while ago.
Yep. I knew.
Remember that when we were gonna get a fish and there was no fish and we saw birds?
Yeah. Yeah, they do want a bird.
Yeah, y'all need a good bird over there.
If you have a cat and a bird, then usually the bird dies of the cat.
Well, that's a good way to. That's a very good way to state it. Yeah. Oh, that's the food chain. That's the food chain. Well, look, I don't know what you guys will be able to do, but hopefully you'll be able to find something fun to do. And your sister just obviously thinks the world of you, and so we do too. So we just wanted to let you know we're thinking of you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You bet. And you guys come to America sometime. Have your kids been to America?
Yeah, my mom and dad live in Texas, so we did make a lot of trips pre-COVID.
Oh, nice. I like Canada though. I like Canada.
Yeah, we're nice people up here.
Oh yeah, Canada's good. A lot of people really apologizing all the time.
Yep.
It's really sweet.
We do.
It's a really sweet place. Well, thank you for answering the phone, Ashley, and I hope that you have a great day over there.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
Oh, you bet. Tell your kids I said bye. Bye, kiddos.
I will.
Get
Bye.
that bird. Get that bird. Oh, that's sweet, man. And it's really something sweet to think about a couple kids with a new bird, you know. I think there's something... It's almost like the Garden of Eden or something, you know, kind of like that. We had the young fellow that called in about the military, and he was looking for some suggestions. Let's take a couple of those and get some suggestions for the young fellow.
Hey, Theo. My name is Patrick. I'm from Southern Oregon. I'm calling in because that kid that wanted to get out of the military and didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. I got out of the military, did the whole college thing, hated it, and then I went to Northwest Lyman College. And it's for those guys that work on all the power lines. Pays really well, but just, you know, keeping him in mind that Northwest, we don't have any homes to move into. So if he's got a place already, he might want to just stay in until the housing market comes back down.
Okay, so you could get a camper and go up to Oregon and do the power lining. And that'd be interesting, man. You know, that's risque business, Daddy. You grill your freaking self up.
Hey, Theo, this is AJ. Best advice I can give them is if you haven't gone to school yet, go and do it. Get paid to go, get your degree, and then do whatever the hell you want.
There you go. That's another great suggestion right there. Different opinion. Here we go.
What's happening? My name is Trevor. I did almost 6 years in the Army. Calling in to basically give a little input answer for that cat that was asking what should he do or expect. You need to start job hunting immediately. Even though you're still in the service, you need to communicate with anybody that's specific to what you've done in the military, you know, so that way you can transfer that flawlessly over into the civilian world, because it's a big change, homie. So
there you go. That's a great one.
Yes, sir. What's up? This is Colin, and I wanted to share some ideas, but I figured most of the ideas would be like, use the GI Bill, go back to school, go live here because they pay well with the living stipend. But what I want to share is that the one thing that I did not expect when I got out was how difficult it would be to reconnect with people. And I wouldn't expect everyone to have as difficult of a time as I did, but I thought I would have more people there for me. And that's a sad thing to say, but it also has a silver lining. It's just know that people are busy and people are struggling a lot. And so the people that you might have thought you could rely on upon getting out might not be there.
Well, that's a good point, man. That sometimes things when you went in, everybody might have been, finishing school and having a good time and partying. And now when you're out, people's lives may have changed, and their accessibility to help and to be a daily part of your life might not be there. Here we go.
Hey, Theo, this is Tyler from out here in L.A., that Louisville area, son, here in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. And I went to a party over there one time and took a fella, and he robbed everybody over there and jumped off at a rooftop. Here we go.
Anyway, I'm calling with some advice for the military dude that just got out after 5 long years. So my advice would be to sit down and do some serious lifestyle architecture, right? Like, don't rush into a job immediately. Sit down, really figure out what kind of life you would like to have, where you'd like to live, what kind of family situation and housing situation you want going on, all that shit first, and then pick a career that can enable that you, I guess, could tolerate pretty much. If you can find something you're passionate about, even better. But the main thing here is picking a job first is ass backwards, and you should really pick a job that fits into your life, not the other way around.
Amen.
The good thing is you have 5 years of military experience, and employers really cream their pants over that. So you got that going for you.
Gang, maybe there you go. Some really nice plethora of selections, man. And thank all you guys for your service and for being a part of this podcast, man. I'm just shocked at how many people are involved in this podcast, in this group. We're all making it, man. And shout out to my buddy with that degenerative spine disorder over there. And if you need me to hold you up from the back, man, I'll hold your little ass up, baby. Praise God, man. We're making it, man. Let's keep doing it. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Tickets available for the tour at theovon.com/tour. Thank you for the suggestions. And let's go out in that same direction, man, of absorption. And that will be with Robert Randolph and the family band Baptize Me. Robert Randolph, baby. He's one of the greatest pedal steel guitar players in the universe. Come on, Bobby.
Dirty water, red clay mud. I need redemption, saved from the flood. Give me everlasting, immortal love. I'm barefoot and waiting. I'm lost in the blood. I'm begging you, please, baptize me. Come on. I'm begging you, please, baptize me. Come on. Never seen it coming, looking at me that way. Now all my blues seem brighter days. I'm a son of a preacher man, a small town cliche. Come on. I never learned the devil's song. What else can I say? Down on my knees, Lord, baptize me. Come on. I'm down on my knees, baptize me.
And that's that man right there, Robert Randolph and the family band, Baptize Me. Really fun video they have there on YouTube, and you can absorb that. And I've heard he's a real wonderful man, too. I never met him, but I've heard a lot of nice things about that man. Anyhow, you guys be good to yourselves. You deserve it, man. I'm going to try and do the same. Gang.